The week had crawled by painfully slow, each day bleeding into the next, and that morning was no different. You stood in the kitchen beside Harry, the early sunlight filtering through the glass windows and falling softly over the marble counters that once felt like home. Now they felt cold and foreign. Your swollen belly acted relentlessly, a deep tightening pain that came and went in waves, making you pause every few minutes to steady your breathing. Still, you forced yourself to move, to chop, to stir, to cook, because stopping meant giving them another reason to hurt you. Harry kept glancing at you with worried eyes, whispering under her breath, "Slow down, please. You shouldn't be doing all this." But you only shook your head with a faint, tired smile, murmuring that you were fine, even when you clearly weren't. Your hands trembling slightly as you poured milk into a pan, the smell of breakfast filling the kitchen while your heart felt unbearably heavy. The moment was shattered when Susie walked in, her heels clicking sharply against the floor like a warning. She leaned against the counter, arms crossed, eyes filled with arrogance as she scanned the kitchen. "Why is the table not set yet?" she snapped. "And I don't want this for breakfast. Make something else." You didn't respond. You kept your eyes lowered, focusing on the stove, pretending she wasn't there. That silence seemed to ignite something ugly inside her. "Did you hear me?" she demanded, stepping closer. Still, you said nothing. Suddenly, she grabbed your arm and harshly turned you around, pushing you back so forcefully that you stumbled, your hand instinctively flying to your belly. Pain shot through you, and you gasped. Finally, you looked at her, your voice shaking but firm. "If Jungkook gives me order, I'll listen," you said quietly, "but not you." For a second, the kitchen went dead silent. Harry froze, her face draining of color. Susie's lips slowly curled into a chilling smile, her eyes darkening with something dangerous. "Oh," she said softly, mockingly. "So you think you still have some dignity left?" She tilted her head, studying you like prey. "Fine, let's see how long that lasts." You frowned, confused and uneasy, your heart pounding hard against your ribs. Before you could react, she turned towards the stove where the kettle of freshly boiled tea sat, steaming. In one swift, deliberate motion, she plunged her hand towards it. The next second, her scream tore through the penthouse. "Ah, Jungkook," she shrieked, clutching her hand as if she would been gravely injured. "It burns, it hurts." The sound was so loud, so sudden, that it sent panic rushing through your veins. Harry gasped, rushing towards her, crying out, "What did you do?" Heavy footsteps thundered down the hallway, and within seconds, Jungkook appeared in the kitchen, shirtless, his hair messy, eyes wide with concern. "Susie," he shouted, grabbing her hand. "What happened?" She immediately pointed at you, tears welling up in her eyes as she sobbed. "She did this. She dipped my hand on the tea intentionally. She hurt me on purpose." You stood there frozen, disbelief crashing over you like a wave. "No," you said weakly, shaking your head. "I didn't. She did it herself." Harry saw it. Harry stepped forward, trembling, trying to speak. "Master, she's lying." But Jungkook didn't even look at her. His eyes were locked on you, burning with rage and something far more terrifying, cold certainty. "Enough," he snapped. "I don't want to hear excuses." He turned back to Susie, cradling her dramatically, his voice softening instantly. "I'm here. I have got you." You feel something inside you completely collapse. Your hand tightened over your aching belly as tears silently streamed down your face. Your voice barely a whisper as you said, "I didn't do anything, I swear." But your words fell into emptiness. Jungkook didn't answer. He didn't even acknowledge you. In that moment, standing in your own kitchen, treated like nothing more than a criminal, you realized just how far you had fallen and how cruelly trapped you truly were. Jungkook slowly broke the hug with Susie, his jaw tightening as his eyes dropped to her hand. It was red, angry and flushed, but not blistered, not ruined the way she pretended it was. Still, the sight was enough to flip something dark inside him. His expression twisted, which flooding his features as he turned sharply towards you. Before you could even understand what was happening, his palm came crashing against your face. The second echoed through the kitchen, sharp and cruel. You staggered back, losing your balance, and fell hard to the floor, your vision spinning as a sharp cry escaped your lips. Harry screamed your name. In shock, rushing towards you, but fear rooted her in place. "Look at what you did," Jungkook roared, his voice thunderous. He stormed towards you, grabbing a fistful of hair and yanking you up so violently that tears instantly streamed down your face. Your hand instinctively went to your belly, your entire body trembling. "You made my girlfriend cry?" He snarled inches from your face. "You think I'll let that slide?" You shook your head frantically, sobbing, your voice breaking as you pleaded. "Please, Jungkook, I didn't do anything. Please don't." But he wasn't listening. He wasn't even seeing you anymore. To him, you were nothing but something to punish. He dragged you towards the stove, ignoring your cries, ignoring the way you clung weakly to his arm. Harry ran forward, falling to her knees beside him, crying desperately. "Master, please stop. She's pregnant. You will kill her." Her words shattered into sobs, but they meant nothing to him. Jungkook turned on the flame, the soft hiss sounding far too loud in the deadly silence of the kitchen. "You want to act innocent?" he said coldly. "Then learn what pain feels like." He forced your hand forward, holding it there as you screamed, your voice raw, broken, begging him to stop. "Please, I'm sorry. Please, Jungkook, I'm begging you." Your cries echoed, your legs giving out beneath you, but his grip only tightened. Minutes felt like hours. Time stopped existing. All that remained was pain and terror, and the realization that the man you once loved was gone, completely, irreversibly. Harry clutched at his legs, sobbing uncontrollably, screaming for him to stop, for mercy, for humanity. "Please, it's been 3 minutes. Please let her go." But Jungkook stood there unmoving, his face cold, detached, as if your suffering meant nothing to him at all. Susie stood a few steps away, her lips curled into a satisfied smirk, her eyes glittering with cruel triumph as she watched you break. Finally, as if bored, Jungkook released your hand and shoved you away. You collapsed to the floor with a choked sob, cradling yourself as pain tore through you. Harry immediately rushed to your side, turning on the tap with shaking hands and pouring cold water over your injured hand, crying as she whispered your name again and again, apologizing over and over, as if this horror was somehow her fault. You couldn't even answer her. You could barely breathe. Behind you, Susie let out a soft, fake whimper. Jungkook instantly turned back to her, his rage melting into tenderness as he gently took her hand into his. "It's okay," he murmured softly, his voice unbearably gentle compared to moments ago. "I'll treat it myself." He shot one last indifferent glance at you, empty, emotionless, before wrapping an arm around Susie and leading her out of the kitchen. Their footsteps faded away, their murmured voices disappearing down the hallway. You were left behind on the cold kitchen floor, your body shaking, your heart shattered beyond repair, crying silently in unbearable pain while Harry held you and wept with you, both of you knowing with terrifyingly certainty that this hell was far from over.